Well, good evening, everybody. Michael, Soothing here, coming to you on a relaxed weekend. And I thought what we would do, because I get a lot of requests for this, even though they don't get too many views, is I thought we would do a local paper reading this evening. It's Saturday evening, and this paper comes out weekly, so the local press banner. It's really warm here. Been about 100 degrees today. The air conditioning can't even keep up. And for you people in the EU, 100 degrees is like 38, okay? So pretty hot. And 38C, you know? Somebody just gave me, I hope I can make tonight's video soothing, even though I'm a little bit out of sorts. I told you that in the last couple of videos too, didn't I? It's going to sound like a broken record. And we'll do another vinyl ASMR sometime. By the way, since it's so hot, this is why I have this tropical theme on tonight, see? And kind of remind me of tropical paradise someplace. Help me feel cooler, like there's a trade wind breeze or something. You know, there are places like Hawaii and the Philippines and places like that, where you get those nice trade winds and coconut trees. And so if it's going to be this warm, I got the fan on over there. I'm just going to pretend that I'm in a tropical paradise. Then it won't feel so hot, you know. I also have my little personal fan here. This is kind of cool because it's got, what you can do is it's got a squirter. So you can squirt the water on yourself and then turn the fan on. You know, so it's like, if I turn the fan on, squirt the water, like that, then I can cool myself down better, you know. And I wonder if this is a soothing sound. Put it up by the microphone and see what you think. Let's see, if I go this way, it probably won't make wind noise on the microphone. But if I go this way, it'll probably make some wind noise. And then you'll get some interference from the window. So anyway, if I get too warm, I'll just pick up my personal fan, you know, and squirt. I also have, what else do I have here? Of course, got some cold water for a very warm evening. I can put that on to cool me right down. You know what I do sometimes? I take this water and I just pour it on myself. Cool, especially when it's ice cold like this out at the fridge. See all that condensation? And I'm going to take a sip if you don't mind. I love Dasani. It's very refreshing. It tastes really good, but don't be fooled thinking, oh, that's like crystal clear spring water, and that's why it tastes so good. The real reason it tastes so good is they figured out what mineral traces of minerals to put in here to make it taste like really good spring water. But that's okay, as long as it's pure and as long as it's good. I got a frozen one in the freezer, so if I go on a long drive and it's hot, I got ice water for hours. Anyway, that's off topic. What else do I have here that's soothing? I'll tell you what I have. I've been on a low-carb diet because of type 2 diabetes. And I've lost 25 pounds, you know, that's like 13 kilograms or something. And it's working great because I have cured the type 2 diabetes. My blood sugar now is like 100, you know, 110, which is very excellent. And a whole bunch of other things got cured at the same time. foot numbness and joint pain and all kinds of things. So I'm going to stick with this for life, this low-carb diet. Also lost, I just told you, I lost weight, you know, all that. So more energy, you know, all that kind of thing. Don't have to sleep as much, and not falling asleep at work anymore in the middle of the day. So, but I can get carried away with that low carb. Since I have some trauma going on in my life, I'm gonna, don't tell anyone, I'm gonna blow it tonight, okay? For soothing purposes. I'm gonna eat some of these yummy 51% cacao chocolate chips, because I love chocolate. Now, when it's got a lot of chocolate like this, it's got real vanilla too, see? Real vanilla. Let's read what it says. Our cocoa, let's see here. We have beans that are traceable, of high quality, grown in socially and environmentally responsible manner. That's like sustainable growth, right? What does this mean for cocoa farmers and their family? It means they get a fair price for their high quality cocoa beans, and they go on and on with a little self-promotion. But actually, these are like the best chocolate chips I've ever had, so I think it's not just hype. I'm gonna have a couple. Now I got hungry for them, little chocolate chips. I'm gonna blow it tonight. Is that all right? You know what, later? I love those. Later on, when it's not so hot outside, I'm gonna go walk like 3 miles to pay for these chocolate chips, you know, plus whatever else comfort food I eat tonight. Because tonight I'm gonna blow it, because I'm in a bad way. All right, some of that, and sip of this. And now we'll get on with our local paper reading, because that's supposed to be the theme of this video, even though some people like the soothing sound of the bag, you know. I always make it too loud by getting it too close to the microphone. Let's get it way back here. What if I hold it behind myself and crinkle it? Now is it not so loud? Try that. Or way out here, you know, out in the dark someplace. Maybe that'll work. All right. Can I have a couple more of these? These are very addictive. At least I'm not having them embedded in the cookies, the Toll House cookies that they usually go in. See, I'm just having a couple. Nothing too extreme. Not like eating a whole bar of chocolate or something like that. So, plus it's the weekend. Do you ever rationalize things and say, oh, it's the weekend, so I can eat, you know, because it's like being on vacation or something, you know. All right, enough rambling. Let's get on with the paper. I haven't read this yet. As usual, I bring these paper video to you cold. I mean, I haven't read it yet, so I don't know what's in it. So we'll just read and comment, and hopefully I won't say anything too radical or stupid or censorable, okay? All right, hold on a second. Let's pause. Get this lined up right. All right, we're all set. Lined up with the paper here. Let's get our semi-sweet bits out of the picture so that I'm not so tempted to eat them while I'm talking, you know. Might be a little distracting. Some people like eating videos for ASMR. Should I do one of those sometime? You tell me. All right. It says here that it's a hell week. And I'll tell you what, judging by how hot it is, I would have to agree. And this is what I do with my water bottle sometimes. I pour it over my head and down on my shoulders and get my shirt all drenched. That's a good way to cool off, especially after exercise and taking a long walk or something like that. Looks like there's an article about the Felton Covered Bridge. You know, when I was a kid, I lived only about a mile away from this bridge in Felton, and I went to it many times. It's really old, so it's historical. It goes over the San Lorenzo River, or what used to be a river before the drought. I think now it's called the San Lorenzo Trickle, maybe. But anyway, you know, when you were a kid, didn't you hate it when it was like the first or second week of August and everything said back to school, every newspaper and advertisement on TV? It still bugs me, even though I'm so many decades past being in school. It's like it puts a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach or something. All right, let's see what's in the paper this week. It says here, the main flavor was fun. Let's see what this is about. Looks like they're eating something, fundraiser. Oh, it was Valley Churches United Missions. Had a fundraiser, and they called it, oh, whoops, sorry about that. It's not going to work well if I knock the camera over, is it? It says here, Tasting Under the Redwoods, a fundraising event sponsored by the Valley Churches United Missions. That sounds like a good event. They provide a lot of services and clothes and food and stuff to the poor in the county. That's what that particular ministry does. So let's see what they say. Great opportunity. Patty Malone's Bar and Grill sponsored. That's in my town. I actually used to go there and have a really yummy steak sandwich at lunchtime when I worked in the local area before I had to do this terrible commute that I do now. Sorry, this is a no whining zone, so I don't want to complain about the commute. Let's see here. Locally filmed movie with local stars at the Park Hall. Let's see what movie they filmed here. Dan Henning, a 40-year resident of Boulder Creek. Gee, that guy's been around as long as I have. Announces he was in a role in a coming-of-age movie shot in Santa Cruz and San Lorenzo Valley. It's about a high school graduate who overcomes tragedy and experiences personal triumph when he takes a summer job with his art teacher, selling pottery at a Renaissance fair. You know, so far it sounds a little bit boring, but maybe I'm just shallow or something, you know. It's not like I have to just watch action films or something. I like films with lots of plot, but they've got to be interesting too. Anyway, I think I'll read the reviews first before going to that, even though it was, you know what they filmed locally here? It was one of the Dirty Harry movies with, oh my gosh, am I going to forget his name? Clint Eastwood. And they filmed it in the Santa Cruz area. Quite interesting. With that ex-wife of his, or don't know if they were ever married, Sandra Locke. Looked like a ghost, she does, but I shouldn't say such thing. Don't want to say anything critical. An ASMR movie. It says here, it's a community affair. And see, there's the covered bridge. I was telling you about. And it looks like they're restoring it. It's a focal point for people in Felton. You can see it when you're going by on Highway Graham Hill Road. Yeah, local road that goes to Highway 9. We have a lot of redwoods close by here. Big Basin State Park, Henry Cowell State Park. If you look them up online, you'll see that they're really beautiful, big, giant redwoods. Been around a long time. Some species are as old as when Jesus walked the earth, so sequoia, you know, redwood. Let's see here. They discuss how this is a kind of a community center. There's a park there, but also they have some problems at night. Drunk and disorderly conduct and that kind of thing. But we're not to the crime report yet, so let's wait on that one. Oh, here it is. From fire in a trash can to music on the mountain, it says here. Let's see. Fire escaped from a trash can and destroyed the library at the San Lorenzo Valley High School campus. That's the high school I went to. San Lorenzo Valley. Way back in the 1970s. When most of you were not even close to being born yet. Very mellow school, relaxed, up in the redwoods. In fact, sempervirens, scientific name for redwoods, was like the alma mater type name, you know. That crash you just heard is a bearded dragon. If you could hear it, I don't know. Rooting around in her glass enclosure. Anyway, I guess they're doing a music thing. Now let's see what is going on with the local crime report this week. Probably the usual drunken driving and stuff. We'll see if anything earth-shakingly serious happened. Okay, Scotts Valley. Vehicles were vandalized. $800 in damage. Screws placed in the tires. Why would someone do that? This may have been retaliation for the closing of the Scott Valley Skate Park. All right, not gonna go there. An intoxicated male with a rolling suitcase, well, that's an interesting tidbit, was arrested for intoxication by a fast food restaurant. That was an important part of the story, that he had a rolling suitcase. Okay, a wallet was stolen from a car. Hey, folks, don't leave your wallet sitting in broad daylight in your car, okay? Not that that excuses it, but, you know. A fight in a movie theater resulted from an intoxicated suspect seeking a refund. If he was intoxicated, why didn't they just give him a refund and get him out of there? Seems like that would have been the best course of action. Santa Cruz County Sheriff. Suspect arrested for warrants. Arrested for public. Arrested for shoplifting. Let's see what they took. A pair of metal knuckles was found in the suspect's purse. Oh, it was a girl who had brass knuckles. Maybe she's taking Taekwondo so that when she steals stuff, she can fight off the security guard. Let's see, a suspect was arrested for assault with a deadly weapon and felony vandalism. You know, it must be the hot weather, and it was a full moon when some of this stuff, or there was some moon back then. Dark of the moon right now. I watched a meteor shower 3 or 4 nights ago. It was really quite fascinating. Saw 3 really bright ones. And I'm not going to tell you my wishes because you can't tell, okay? 2 men arrested for public intoxication. Okay. A golf cart was stolen. Now, what are you going to do with a golf cart if you steal it? You can't drive it on the highway. And if you don't have a golf course in your backyard, you know, I'm not quite sure what you do with that. All right, suspect arrested for driving under the influence. Get a lot of those. Suspect detained after deputies found her to be a danger to herself. Maybe she was threatening to cut herself. A suspect arrested for violating terms of probation. Let's see. Somebody unregistered and loaded firearm in their car. That's not a good idea. Gets the law whether you're a felon or not. Unless it's locked in the trunk, you know. Let's see. $400 stolen from a home in Lompico. That's kind of an out-of-the-way place where it's really dark at night, way up in the woods. A juvenile detained, a danger to himself, and another drunk drive. Okay, enough of that. We kind of dwelt on that for a while. How long did this guy live? Obituaries. I'm always looking because I want to know how long I'm going to live. This guy was only 1 year older than me. Uh-oh, that's a little scary to think about. I wonder if I might drop dead at any time. If I don't make videos in the future sometime, then you'll know that I'm with God, okay? Hopefully. All right. No, I will be. Agape Dance Academy becomes non-profit. One of my daughters has danced there, I think. Yes, she's taken ballet there. She's been on 1 or 2 of the video. Comcast offers new levels of service. You know what? I hope I don't get in trouble for saying this, but I just got my new Comcast bill. They suckered me in with a low rate for cable and internet and on-demand and all this other stuff. I got my new bill, and today it was $222. You know what I'm doing on Monday morning, don't you? I'm cutting my service way back. No more of that phony ultra high-speed internet that's the same speed whether you pay for it or not. No more of all that movie channel on-demand crap. I'm going to cut back to the bare bones. I was shocked when I saw it. That's the size of a car payment, you know? So, anyway. And they're talking about all their new services and options. It's, then I was reading in the Consumer Report today, and virtually every cable and internet service has terrible ratings by all the consumers because of this kind of stuff, okay? Anyway, they may be providing good services, but the prices are outrageous. When I was a kid, I hate to keep saying when I was a kid. Do you mind if I say that all the time? Anyway, we had cable TV here in the local area. It was $5 a month. Okay, I know that was a while ago. I know it was just a few channels. I know there were no on-demand, but still, you know, from $5 to 220? Come on. All right. They're still talking about the Felton Covered Bridge Park. This is like a carved steer or something over there. Okay, we got some opinion pieces here. Something about funding challenges for the high school. California Coastal Monument. Bonnie Doon. Coast Dairies Unit. What? We don't have any dairies up there. Oh, down by the coast there's a couple of dairies. And she's saying they want a monument up there. Thanking the senators for the Coast Dairy. Oh, they already did a monument. See, you can tell I didn't read the stories yet. Pretty in the dark. And then here's someone thanking a kind neighbor. Isn't it? I like having this in here because usually in the opinion and letter to the editor, it's always someone complaining about something. Complain, complain, complain. Oh, there's jet noise over my house from San Jose Airport. I think all the jets should stop flying because it bothers my parakeet, right? Meanwhile, the person complaining has 3 barking dogs that are driving their neighbors insane, okay? Anyway, so here we have a positive. Thanks to kind neighbor. I was walking Molly, my chocolate lab. Let's see. 2 lovely ladies crossed the street coming toward us. Molly is very skittish and got spooked and decided to bolt. She took me with her. She weighs 109 pounds, almost as much as I do. So is that a way to say that she's really, petite and in great shape? Anyway, somebody saw what was happening who was driving by. He got out of his truck. He helped me back on my feet. A good Samaritan, a white knight. I like this story. He walked me and Molly home. Thank you, Rusty, for your act of kindness. I hope one day I can help you in return. Diane, somebody, I won't say her last name, in Felton. I like that. People who are appreciative of what other people do for them. Do you ever feel unappreciated? Just remember, here's what you should do sometime for others, okay? Here's the back to school stuff. And since the very phrase, back to school, strikes terror into my heart, even at my advanced age, I'm not going to read this story, okay? I wasn't big on going to school. I enjoy learning. I love learning. I'm a ferocious reader and learner. I love educating myself on any and all topics. But I didn't like the social interaction at school, the cliques, the mean kids, the, status conscious stuff, all that kind of stuff. I'm a little bit Aspie, Asperger's syndrome, slightly autistic, and so I don't necessarily fit in well in social gatherings that are large. I can relate one-on-one really good. I can talk to you like this really good, but put me in a social gathering or a party, and I'd rather sit in the dentist's chair having root canal, okay, usually, unless it's people I really know well, or family. Okay, here's a Common Core is a federal program. I'm not going to drone on about it. Anyway, the educators are going to try to make it happen. San Lorenzo Leadership Academy. This is all school stories, because I said I didn't want to talk about school. So we'll keep going and find something else. Clean water. Yeah, we all need that. And the water tastes terrible here because of all the lime minerals in it. So that's why I'm going to pause right now and have a Pavlovian response to this clean water article and have a sip of this because, it got me salivating for some water. Besides, oh, that's good. It's good for my throat if I'm talking to you. I guess instead of back to school, back to beauty, okay? Whatever. See, I can't escape this crap. Do people still use pencils in school? I thought it was all, iPads and stuff now. Okay, anyway. Do you know that Bounty is the quicker picker-upper for spills? I bet you didn't know that. I bet you don't care one way or the other. Diet Coke. Yeah, it's good, I like it better than regular Coke because it has more bite and no calories and no sugar. But of course the CO2 causes a little burping, doesn't it? If you have it with food. Not to be crass about it, but that's okay if you're a girl, because when girls burp, it's cute. But when guys do it, it's not. Just my opinion. Just one man's opinion. I guess I'm being, biased in some way. Gender bias, right? Vitamin BOGO event. What is a BOGO event? Can someone tell me? Someone told me vitamin B12, there it is right there, is very good for energy levels, so, and for your brain function. So I've been using that. Also, fish oil is really good for your moods and your heart and your brain function. Vitamin D is good, but you gotta get some sun. And then some of this other stuff is, there's no good evidence that CoQ10 really does much, but maybe I'll do a little bit more research on it. That's the last I read. If you don't have a double-blind study confirming your opinion about a supplement, I mean a really good double-blind study, then I'm not going to listen to you, okay? Just so you know. All right, I'm just joking around. You can still tell. Oh, this is all school stuff again. Driving me crazy. I had a daughter that went here. I had a, many of my kids went, one of my kids went here. I had 2 kids that went here. I went here, and my brothers. See, I know all these schools. We all grew up around here in the local community. All right, interest rates are bound to go up, but not yet. I agree with him without even reading the article, because the fact is, the economy is still weak. There are 92 million people in this country who don't have a job. So a lot of them have left the workforce. So when they say we have 6% unemployment, it's actually closer to 22% when you count all the people that involuntarily left the workforce and are on disability or forced early retirement or things like that. Smartphone medicine. Let's see what this says. And also on this interest rate thing, not to bore you to death, except maybe this will put you to sleep finally. China devalued the yuan twice this last week, caused big ripples in the world economy, the global economy. Ripples in the EU, ripples in Australia, ripples in the US, and China's economy slowing down. And when everyone's trying to devalue their currency so that they can get a better balance of trade, it means our interest rates are really likely not to go up anytime soon by any substantial amount. All right, smartphone medicine. It is estimated 1 in 5 Americans have a health app on their smartphone. Yeah, what would that be? Oh, blood pressure, EKG. You know what? I think I want to get one of these. It'd be kind of cool to just put a strap on your arm and get an instant reading on your blood pressure. And they have sensors that can check other things too. So we'll check on that. Here's the pet of the week. Some of you younger people out there, like my daughter and others, want to go into animal medicine, like veterinary assistant things. So you could volunteer at the animal shelter, you know. Let's see what else here. save water, and I keep telling you we have a big drought, so every week. But you know what I think? I think the drought is almost over. The 3-year drought. And the reason I think that is there's a giant El Nino brewing down in the lower tropical Pacific. And when that happens, it usually brings a lot of rain to California. Not always, but if it's this powerful, we may get torrential rain this winter. So hopefully that will break our drought. But anyway, she's talking obviously about plants and things that don't need much water. Semi-cactus and stuff. I don't know what these are. It says here, yeah, I don't know how to read these horticulture words. This is Aeonium, Echeveria, Statis, Agapanthus. Okay? Alright, I took a stab at it. You tell me if I pronounced it right. I have no idea. Alright. Chiropractic and massage therapy. I'm going to withhold comment even though I have lower back pain at this very moment. We'll fix it up though. I used to have terrible back pain all the time. Lately it's been much better. I think that's because I got my blood sugar, histamine levels down, and inflammation levels down by going low carb. All right. What's going on in the coming week? Museum bear exhibit. We used to have bears around here, but not anymore. They're down in Carmel still, up in the mountains there, the Los Padres and places like that. Let's see. Practice exam, memory loss. I have lots of that. Maybe I should go to that. I don't know. Music worlds collide. Something about going shopping with your child. Music at Sky Park. This is a local airport where they have concerts, but it's not an airport anymore because they converted it into a big field and condos. My brother, who's a pilot, learned to fly there, but sadly, it was for small planes, you know. Sadly, they closed it. Or maybe it's not so sad, because no planes will crash into our house now. They used to fly right over. All right. Well, we're almost done, so just be patient for another minute. If you're not asleep yet, it says, 1 week in hell, a look into water polo's hell week. Yeah, but they get to stay cool, you know. So they're not out in this 100-degree weather, at least, when they're in the pool. So, softball league, local youth wins an award. What did she win it for? Incoming freshman, High Point Award for Valley Aquatic League. Okay, so a swimmer. All right. Football Hell Week. I remember football, but I broke my foot. So, uh-oh, this thing says I'm out of battery. I gotta stop right now this second. So anyway, everybody, don't ASMR and drive. My machine is gonna shut down every second. I think we wrap it up just in time. Take care, everyone. Until next time. And love you all. Bye-bye.